Welcome to Elevate Your Life, where every story takes you to the edge of your imagination. Tonight, we unravel a chilling tale of isolation, mystery, and the unseen forces lurking deep in the wilderness. This is The Woods Have Eyes. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join us for more thrilling stories. Let's dive in. It was supposed to be the perfect weekend, the kind of trip where you unplug from the chaos, breathe fresh air, and reset. My friends, Matt, Sarah, and I had rented a remote cabin deep in the woods, far from the hustle of city life. The drive was long and winding, and by the time we arrived, the sun had dipped below the horizon, leaving the sky painted in hues of deep purple and orange. The cabin was rustic but charming, cozy in a way that felt almost too perfect, like it belonged in an old fairy tale. The first night passed uneventfully. We laughed over drinks, shared stories by the fire, and listened to the creaky wooden floors settle under our weight. But as the night wore on, an unsettling quietness fell over the area. Too quiet, Sarah joked, echoing every horror movie cliché we'd ever seen. We laughed it off. After all, we were here to escape, not to scare ourselves. The next day, we decided to explore a nearby hiking trail before dinner. It was a well-trodden path, but as we walked deeper, the sunlight began to filter through the trees in a way that made everything seem sharper, almost unreal. That's when we noticed them, small wooden totems hanging from the branches. They were crudely made, like tiny humanoid figures, twisted together with sticks and twine. "What is this, some Blair Witch knockoff?" Matt joked, nudging one with his finger. It swayed back and forth ominously, as though it had been waiting for someone to disturb it. "Maybe they're decorations," Sarah suggested, though her voice betrayed her unease. I didn't say anything, but a chill crept up my spine. The further we walked, the more totems we saw, each one more intricate than the last, as though they were watching us. Halfway down the trail, the forest grew eerily quiet, the kind of silence that doesn't feel natural. No birds, no rustling leaves, just an oppressive stillness. We were frozen for a moment until we heard it. A low, guttural growl coming from somewhere ahead, probably a coyote, Matt said, his voice cracking as he tried to sound confident. We turned back the way we came, only to find the trail blocked. Rows of freshly dug holes lined the path, 7 of them, perfectly spaced. They were shallow, but the implication was clear. They looked like graves. Panic set in. Without a word, we bolted back toward the cabin. The growls followed us, louder now and mixed with the sound of footsteps, heavy, deliberate, and far too close. Adrenaline pushed us faster than we thought possible. We reached the cabin, slammed the door shut, and locked it. For a moment, we thought we were safe. But just as we began to catch our breath, there were 3 sharp raps on the door. "Who's there?" Matt called out, his voice trembling. Silence, the kind that makes your ears ring. We waited, holding our breaths, but nothing else came. No footsteps, no voices, just the suffocating silence. We stayed up all night, too terrified to sleep, jumping at every creak of the cabin's old wood. When the sun finally rose, we stepped outside to find the totems hanging from the porch. They weren't there when we arrived, and they were different now, bigger, more defined, almost human. It felt like a warning. Without discussing it, we packed our things, left the cabin, and never looked back. Even now, I sometimes think about those graves, those totems, and whatever had followed us. It wasn't just the woods watching us, it was something else, something that wanted us to know we didn't belong. What would you do if the woods watched your every move? The Woods Have Eyes is a reminder that sometimes the unknown isn't just unsettling, it's terrifying. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Join us next week on Elevate Your Life for more tales that captivate, inspire, and send chills down your spine. Until then, keep your eyes open. You never know who's watching.